going on, guys? I've only seen Terminator Genisys once, and I kind of want to see it again before making this video, but I don't want to spend money on it. What did I think of the movie? It was better than Terminator Salvation. Arnold Schwarzenegger was back and better than ever. Emilia Clarke was actually a very convincing younger Sarah Connor. She actually looks like a younger Sarah Connor. Sorry, Linda Hamilton. Um, some of the special effects and CGI was very impressive. Some of the ideas behind this movie were pretty cool, but the casting of Jay Courtney as Kyle Reese, fucking no. J.K. Simmons, the cop in this movie, one of the good guys, is kind of wasted. I guarantee you he had more scenes that were cut. Matt Smith might as well not even be in this fucking movie. He's literally in this movie for a combined, 2 minutes. It's ridiculous. But what did I like about this movie? The first third of the movie, basically up until they go back to, or go into 2017, so basically the first third of the movie, I loved. I thought it was fucking great. I'm not happy with the CG effects of the T-1000 for some reason. T2 still looks better. And that's being completely honest. I was really hoping to be blown away by the special effects, but on that end, no. But the fight between both Arnolds, it shows the weight of the two characters. It shows how, this is an interesting fight. Last time we saw a fight like this, it was between the TX and the T800 or T850, the T1000 and the T800. Or fighting a human. So it was fun seeing two T800s go at it, and yes, my scares were not confirmed. The special effects, when it comes to the face being ripped off, etc., looks, oh my god, so much better in the movie. And that aspect of it, the CGI was great. Soundtrack was nothing to write home about. The Terminator theme that they use during the credits is actually really good. And the opening theme, where they show the nuclear holocaust, was actually pretty cool. Other than that, I've listened to the soundtrack from beginning to end, and it's okay. It's just, I can see where he was going with some of the homages to Brad Feidel's score, but it wasn't amazing. It wasn't horrible either, but it didn't stand out to me, Like I said, the first third of the movie I liked. The middle was kind of eh. The end battle to this movie, the whole helicopter chase, the fight in Skynet, no. I'm not gonna, if you haven't seen it yet, I'm not gonna ruin it. If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. What the hell? I can think of 10 different endings to this movie. Also, the fact that the fucking trailer and TV spots ruined the whole John Connor bit, how he's now the bad guy, I purposely watched just the 2 trailers. I didn't watch any of the TV spots, any of the, hey, watch this scene now moments. No. And it was ruined. And even if it wasn't ruined, would it have been a shock? Yes. Is this the best move for the movie? No. The technology behind the T1000 and the T800 is pretty solid. It's been around for a while. The idea that you can change the human being into basically a walking Terminator with regenerative powers and all that stuff, while not completely out of this world, especially for the Terminator universe, I was just like, really? That's what he is? That's what it is? Come on. But other things too, there's more that pisses me off about this movie than makes me happy. Miles Bennett Dyson and his son Danny are in this movie, and if you blink, you would have missed it. They're not expanded upon. They have one scene together, right? And again, the timeline's been changed, so of course Dyson's going to be the one creating it, which was a great callback. I liked that. But he's in the movie for one fucking scene. Matt Smith, again, one fucking scene. The idea that Genisys is in this movie as Genisys, that's where they get the title from, and it kind of makes sense in this day and age, being 2015. Cyberdyne Systems is working on Genisys. It's an operating system that works for laptops, phones, defense network computers, etc. And that's how Skynet infiltrates everything, which, okay, I can kind of go with that. But, and again, I'm jumping around here, but the whole countdown to when Genisys is going to be launched and how the AI is evolving, and fuck off. I give this movie a 6 out of 10. I really wish I could expand more, but I kind of want to watch the movie one more time. Even Salvation I saw twice. Terminator 3 I saw 3 times in theaters, maybe 4, I forget. Nope, 3 times. Once at midnight and then twice in the theater the next day. T2 obviously I've seen numerous times. T1 I've seen numerous times. I just there's a lot of stuff I want to pick apart a lot. Like for instance, I'm gonna pick on Jay Courtney. First of all, he left a bad taste in my mouth with Die Hard 5, and it shouldn't even be fucking called Die Hard. But when he was cast as Kyle Reese, I was like, no. Look at Kyle Reese from Terminator 1. He's played by Michael Biehn, when obviously he was a lot younger. But the whole future war, you grow up in basically homeless. You grow up eating nothing but bugs and rats, rodents, things like that. Michael Biehn is a short. He's lean. He's a fucking tough son of a bitch. If you watch T1, he has some muscle on him. He can handle himself, but he's all scarred up. He's very lean, very thin. He's not that big of a guy either. So when you watch Terminator 1, you're like, no way is this guy gonna take out the Terminator. No way is he gonna be able to protect Sarah. But he's very street smart, and the Terminator is very systematic. You watch this movie, and you're like, how the fuck does Kyle Reese get that big? Like, he's huge, he's tall. He's actually taller than Arnold Schwarzenegger in this movie. So when the two are standing next to each other, that kind of takes away a little bit of Arnold's, you know, presence. But it's like, watching this movie, you know, yes, there's great homages. He puts on the Nikes, he puts on the jacket, he steals the homeless guy's pants. He you know, has the same running style, just like what's his name did for Salvation a little bit. But like he's just totally miscast, completely miscast. And in the movie, you know, they set him up to basically be like the first film. He's going to go back in time to protect Sarah. But in the first third of the movie, and actually the whole movie, he keeps talking about this is wrong, blah blah blah. John sent me back to save you. Why is he saying it that much? He doesn't know what the fuck was going to happen. He was just told to go back and protect her. So yes, so he goes back in time. He sees the Terminator. He's like, oh shit, we got to kill that thing. You know, the Terminator knocks him out because obviously he's a good guy and he doesn't want to be damaged by him. He doesn't want to kill Kyle. But the whole movie, he's like, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is blah, 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 blah. What do you know? You don't know. The future's been changed. Oh, by the way, in the whole paradox time travel thing where he sees a premonition from himself that he told himself at the end of the movie, like, I know time travel is weird and fucked up in the entire Terminator series, but that just sucked. I'm done talking about this movie. Am I pissed at this movie as much as I was Salvation? No. Did I enjoy parts of this movie? Yes. I.e., the first third of the movie. I fucking had a blast with that. The whole taking out the first Terminator, and then the first Terminator ends up coming back and fights Kyle in the hideout. That was fucking cool. The way the T-1000 was taken out, that was fucking cool. The fact that the CG on the T-1000 and the T-800 looked like shit compared to animatronics and CG from Terminator 3 and Terminator 2 pissed me off. The opening, the future war, if there's one thing that I was hoping for this movie, as I said before, was that we would see an expanded future war sequence. And that's what I thought we were going to get. I thought the first third was going to be the future war, or living in the future war. And no, it literally, I timed it. I put the fucking stopwatch on my fucking watch. It was about 5 minutes. It wasn't even really a battle. It's just a couple of really badly done CGI set pieces. And then they find the time displacement chamber, which I'll be honest, I liked, because if you look at the storyboards and the script for T2, Jim Cameron wanted the future war to be about a half hour, where they basically end the war, just like in this movie. The war ends, Skynet's taken out, but they send the first Terminator back in time. And, you know, the humans go and find the time displacement chamber, and that's how Kyle Reese gets sent back, and that's how the second Terminator gets sent back. And you see the factory that makes all the Terminators and stuff like that. We kind of see that, but we see the time displacement center. I was like, okay, that's cool. Like I said, the first third of this movie, if the movie stayed in that tone, I would have given this movie like a 7, maybe an 8. But between very bad casting, missed opportunities, i.e., expanding on Dyson, not bringing back what's his name, J.K. Simmons, which he does play a role in this movie. There's a reason why he's in it, and I like that idea. It's just his scenes are so short. Emilia Clarke is great. Jason Clarke as John Connor. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm not as angry with his casting as I am as who played Reese, but It's better than fucking Batman, I guess. I'll make another one of these videos. It's just that it's been a week or so since I've seen the movie, and I've already filmed. Believe it or not, I've filmed 2 of these videos. One of them I was kind of drinking, and that made sense, but I wasn't happy with how it came out. I was relaxing. I was off the next 2 days, so I just made the video. Then the other one, I had audio problems. It recorded, but it sounded like shit. I also didn't like my thoughts and pacing on it. So this is the video. I don't do scripts. I don't do, oh, I'm going to read from a sheet of paper. I'm just going off what's in my head here. And the problem with that is I've only seen the movie once. So, once I get a downloaded copy of it, or if I see it again for free, I will come back and make another one. Things to take away again. Arnold is great. The first third of the movie is great. Emilia Clarke is amazing as a young Linda Hamilton. The fight scene in the beginning is great. Again, cut this movie into thirds, and I'm happy. Um, there's just so much wrong with the rest of the movie and the casting, and so many missed opportunities. I left the theater going, meh, which is better than Salvation. When I left the theater going, what the fuck? Um, but I, the movie's bombing at the box office. It's not getting great reviews. Angry Joe loved it. He didn't have as many complaints as I thought he would. The Cinema Snob didn't like it. I think the AVGN and Mike, they kind of liked it. They're kind of in the same boat I am. They like the homages to the first 2 films, but it has problems towards the end. So that's it. This is the video. All right, I know you guys wanted to hear my thoughts on it. I know I promised it to you. I've been very busy. I was in the hospital. I've been working quite a bit. So I wanted to get something out here for you. I give this movie like a 6.5. If Salvation to me is a 4, Terminator 2 is a 10, Terminator 1 is a 10, Terminator 3 is 7.5. I actually really like Terminator 3. I recently rewatched it, and as much as I don't like some aspects of it, like how short it is rated R. It does have some action, and really, really good action. Like the Future War is pretty cool, but the crane chase in LA is probably one of my favorite chase scenes of all time. And it even fooled me, the whole bit how certain parts of it are CG and certain parts of it are real. That's one of the few times when I'm watching the documentary and I'm like, that was fake? That looked fucking real. And those of you interested, it's when the crane has the arm down and the ball of the crane is hitting all the cars. Yeah, the cars are fake and the ball is fake. I totally thought they were real. So at the end of the day, I think they should just let it go. And that's very upsetting for me to say because there's so much in the Terminator universe that could be expanded upon. Yes, you don't have Arnold, and he really is the backbone or the keel of this great ship of the Terminator franchise, but there's so much they could have done. They could have had a movie a couple of years ago based on just the future war, and then leading up to the events of this movie. What fans want, but it's PG-13. There is a couple swears in it, which I was happy to see because if they cut them out when they were supposed to replicate what originally happened, like "fuck you, asshole," when he takes the knife out. If they edited that, I was gonna be pissed. I was waiting for it, and they didn't. But like I said, 6 out of 10. Maybe a 6.5 if I watch it again. Maybe a 5.5 if I watch it again. But at least I didn't hate this movie. Will I buy it on Blu-ray? Yeah, I own all of them, including Salvation. But it's just they could have done so much more. And I'm looking at the synopsis. I'm looking at IMDb. I've already read on like the different ideas they had for the film, whatnot, and it's just I can't win. I'm not. I didn't expect this movie to be anywhere near Terminator 1 and 2. I just wanted a good, solid, refreshing take on the Terminator series. And again, I keep repeating this. The first third does that, but the rest of the movie falls into your typical Hollywood blockbuster bullshit. But I guess that's how it is. Anyway. What are your thoughts on the movie? Please leave your comments below. Sorry I'm getting back to you so late. I know a couple of you are constantly asking, where is it? Where is it? Like I said, I was in the hospital for a few days with blood pressure issues, and I've been busy at work. I don't just do this for a living. I work. So if a video is late, sorry, but that's just how it is. Anyway, have a good night, guys. I'll be back.